Yeah, cool.
I'm eating at the minute. What would you like to ask me?
I guess just like I don't know, like various things about you being a creative, like what inspires you, that sort of like basic rubbish stuff, but try and get like an actual proper conversation out of it, rather than
I can't guarantee it'll be a very fulfilling conversation.
okay. What is your earliest memory of consuming something that meant something to you?
Consuming something. Damn.
Like media, film, TV, books.
Probably Spyro, Spyro the Dragon, the PS1, or Crash to Insanity.
Sick.
Crash to Insanity, like seeing all the behind the scenes stuff. Like if you like all the gems, you got like little behind the scenes pictures, and then that inspired me to go and like draw Crash in permanent marker, and my nan still got it on her wall,
That's sick.
which is really really weird.
I used to love Spyro as a kid, and then is Spyro connected to Skylanders?
I'm fucking sick of Skylanders. Yeah,
They are connected, right? It's the
yeah.
same universe, Spyro Cinematic Universe.
It's not the same though, is it?
Yeah, yeah.
And also that remaster, they turned them into furries like in the remaster. I can't like
Do you
scalies.
do you think Spyro uh has inspired anything of what you like want to make now, like as an adult?
Uh, no,
Fair.
but that's where I got like kind of bit with the creative bug a little bit, and then seeing like cartoons, like making my
Yeah,
nan watch Brain Rot on the
yeah, yeah.
telly.
What's brain rot?
It was like SpongeBob or like Tom and Jerry,
Oh,
where
right,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
As in,
rotted,
yeah, yeah.
rotten rubbish.
I thought you meant like an actual show called Brain Rot. No, I
No,
get what you're saying now. I get what understand.
but I mean, then I was like, oh, I want to get into animation. I want to make like movies. I want to make cartoons and stuff like that. So that's what really got me into like, okay, I actually want to be the one creating stuff. Then I started doing little books. So my mom worked at this place. I think I said the name of the place, but she worked at a place where she'd just bring home paper, and what she'd do when she's at work. To me, this is like a magical process. But she literally just got a stapler and just stapled the little book, like
Yeah, yeah.
to like make a little
I did
book.
the same thing as a kid. I used to make Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics, and I do like Doctor Who meets the Ninja Turtles. Um, my friend, he used to make the same sort of thing. There's this like I think it's a Japanese cartoon called Hamtaro, and he used to make this thing called Hamtaro Who, which was like Hamtaro's Doctor Who. Pretty wild. As an adult, what inspires you the most to want to create? Doesn't have to be something actual media. It should be like every day or like
Well, it's usually like this desire in me to get something in a way to like be understood. So when I create a character in a script or in any film or something like that, it's usually like some representation of like of me, someone I know, stuff like that. And a scenario that's just like it's kind of like my form of therapy in a weird way, where I just kind of like shit on characters and like make them go through horrible things. No, not really. Yes and no, but I think a lot of it is like obviously like there's like a faith aspect there, but also um just mirroring from like everyday life. Like there's like we're in orbit now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's aspects of like everyday life that I feel don't get like represented that much, and putting it into the kind of hero's journey or 3 act structure or 5 act structure, or however you want to look at it,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
making these like kitchen sink dramas that have also got this weird element to them. I think Donnie Darko is a big inspiration for me in like media because that was like it felt so surreal, but at the same time like the characters were real, and it's that nice blend of you know it's a sci-fi film, and I forget about all the sci-fi elements because I'm so used to like the characters and all their inside jokes and stuff like that. That I forgot there's a giant CGI wormhole at the end. Spoiler alert! Where I'm like, whoa, actually, you know, there's something weird going on. But for me, yeah, and there's also like, I'm not even gonna lie, like writing Doctor Who fan fiction. As cringy as it sounds, but it got me into like writing in general. Um, and then like listening to like audio dramas got me into radio plays. So my introduction into like in general like creative stuff as I was getting older, like instead of just writing or making game maker games and stuff like that when I was like 7,
Yeah, yeah.
is like my entry was fan fiction, um,
Sick.
which you can't really find on the internet. But
Yeah,
uh, but it just gets you into the rhythm of writing, and it makes you get used to it. And I think that's a good like creative space to be in. I know a lot of writers got into it because they wrote like Sherlock fan fiction when they were younger, or Twilight fan fiction, stuff like that. And it's really helpful to have someone else's template to use so you can stretch your wings without having to put like your whole soul into something. Because when it's something original, you are putting like a little bit of you into it. You do it with anything you write, but with fan fiction, you can kind of take that whole step back. Like, this isn't me.
yeah.
This isn't me. But that's why it's quite fun. You know, it was quite fun writing that. But now I'm like, okay, I want to do my own things. I've got things that I want to say. Like now as an adult, I'll probably still have things I want to say as an adult in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So that's how, and I think everyone has a way of expressing themselves. But for some people, it's making posts on threads or making music or all these other things. But for me, this is just how I express myself, is like writing, is, pointing the camera at something and it looks interesting, you know. It's my way of painting, but with frame by frame pictures. So yeah.
So obviously you're in Rodney Bucket.
Rodney Bucket. Yeah.
You are Rodney Bucket. You excited?
Yeah. It's
Sick.
something new. I've acted on stage Amdram stuff and like musicals. Uh, and when I was really younger, I was like doing dance classes and stuff like that. Tap, ballet, jazz, contemporary, all that kind of stuff. But I was like 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really interesting. I really love being on stage, but I've never really acted behind a camera. So that'd be really interesting to like get into, to like adjust for that, because in a way it's easier to act on stage because there is no stop button, and so you're tailoring it to the audience while you can see the audience. With a camera, you can't see the audience, and that's a real special thing. It's also a very self-conscious thing because you're like anyone can be behind the camera. With an audience, you're like, you know, there's Fat Dave in the audience,
Yeah,
eating his
you know who
burger.
you're
You know what
playing
I mean?
to,
Yeah,
basically.
and you can tailor it to that. If it's a bad night, and if it's a bad night at a theatre, forget about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably afterwards. If it's a bad night on set,
Yeah, yeah.
one of those takes has got to stay.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's the nerves, but I'm really actually quite excited to actually play a part because I'm so used to like people say like I should be a voice actor because I'm always doing like stupid voices and stuff like that. So this is one element of that that I'm actually quite looking forward to trying.
Sick. Cool.